your pupils so that the knowledge will spread.
What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of Unstrapped. I am Andrew with my buddy Jim. What up, dude? How are ya?
I'm cool, man. You?
You know, I'm well. I'm cold. I've got my hood up. We are in the garage. I can see my breath. But other than that, you know, I'm doing great. And, you know, I got to build up my cold tolerance anyways, especially if we're going to be snowboarding like we did this week. We went to Boreal.
We're back, baby.
Jim's family's in town, so we didn't get much. We didn't get a chance to really clip up or anything. Hopefully soon. But yeah, give us a shout if you guys see us up there, man. We'd love to say what up, and hopefully we'll be filming up there soon.
Lifts are spinning.
Yeah, man, the lifts are spinning. It's crazy. I don't know where you live, but there's probably a good chance your resorts may or may not be open. I know Mammoth is open. I think Bear is finally open. Snow Summit. Most of California is open now. North Star opened here. I know in the Midwest, some of the places, I think Trollhagen actually had to close again. I'm not totally sure, but I did get a photo from my buddy Jordan, and he sent some stuff of it snowing and then blowing snow at Highland Hills, so that's exciting. So it's gotten cold enough at least for them to make snow. Somebody who has found no shortage of snow is the one and only Kevin Jones. So Kevin the last few days has been posting these videos. This first one right here is of Pat Moore. Absolutely ripping. Now, I don't know where they went, but it's somewhere close to around here. But gosh, dude, just blowing snow, dude. So sick. That's a lot of snow. That's a good amount. Obviously, people are into it. Effin' Rad Podcast, Skin Dizzle, the peeps, old Mikey Barton. He also posted this other one of himself riding. By the way, if you guys aren't following Kevin Jones by now, you probably should. So this one's Kevin. Dude, that's a lot. I would be a little nervous riding this with this early snow.
With all the sharks out there.
But, dude, so sick. That was a good turn itself right there as well. Right in there, dude. God. Just ripping, man.
Nice toe side.
Woo. Right here. Right. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh. Gosh. Anyways, so sick. John Jay commenting. Nick Russell.
Dope
Nick
angle,
Russell
too,
filmed
on the filming.
Yeah, well, Nick Russell
Nick.
probably dropped
Yeah.
Nick. Next. He dropped Nick. But yeah, man, you know, there is I believe that they were split boarding, and the only way that they were able to get up there, Jim, was on some Union split board bindings.
Oh, shit.
Now, with that being said, that leads us to this part of the show, as you can imagine, where we take a look at some new gear, and this time it is Union. So those are the bindings I'm assuming that he was riding there. That's the new Charger. I believe they're the newest split board binding from Union. Can we just go? Let's click on bindings real fast. What else we got there? The Force. That's an old classic. I wonder what the difference is in those Forces. Anyways, the Force.
Well, those ones are lighter. Look at all those holes.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. The STR. I know a lot of people ride those Forces, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, those look like a good binding.
What's down at the bottom there?
Like those.
What's that? The Falcor, the Ultra. I've been seeing a lot of people riding those Ultras. All right, go to
So
or
they
scroll
have
down. Is
so
there more?
many?
Stratas. Ooh, they have lots of colorways. Flight Pros. Yeah, man, they got a lot of models. Go back to bindings up top. Let's go to the women's real quick. So pretty similar looking. The Juliet, I believe that was a different one. Sounds cool. Let's see here. They got a lot of SKUs of bindings. I mean, they should. They're Union. They're like the biggest binding company in the world now. Probably behind Burton. Maybe they outpace Burton. I don't know. What else? The Rosa. And then the ones we were just talking about. Let's go to split boarding. All right. So there's the Chargers up top and then the Explorers. I personally have ridden the Explorers. they work pretty well. They're great. I mean, they're a simple binding. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just they look like a regular binding.
Yeah. Nothing too
know?
crazy.
So you want?
Yep. And then I
I
also
gotta check
know.
the chargers. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So they haven't been released yet. Doesn't look like. I've been looking at these. And it just says that they're unavailable. Now, I don't know when they will be or if they're coming out yet. I don't know, but we'll see. Or maybe they are just all sold out already. That could totally be possible too. If you go to splitboarding again up at the top, they also have climbing skins. And I think that they've got these funky, like they're like almost like snowshoes, but they're not snowshoes. I guess not. I thought they'd be on there. Anyways,
That's cool. I like those skins though.
Union makes a little bit of everything for splitboarding nowadays, which is pretty cool. So if you're a Union fan, you can go out there and get those.
They're down, dude.
Yep.
Hell yeah. They're back in the splitboard scene.
Yep. So one person that I know has been riding that ultra binding from Union was none other than Scott Stevens. So, I mean, as you guys should probably know about, Scott Stevens is a professional snowboarder. He's amazing. One of the most talented snowboarders, I would say, in the last, definitely up there in the last 20 years, if not in the last forever. I mean, he's just so good. His board control is beyond nuts. Got a Ryan Paul comment, Grenier comment, Jamie Thomas, Salema, Beresford. This dude gets the comments and the likes.
And the soap shoes.
And the soap shoes. Yes, and also his board this year looks sick. Collab with Zero Skateboards.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little throwback with the trucks
Yeah,
on it.
I just saw that
sick.
base. Yeah, with the skull.
So when we get to the Capita reviews, we'll definitely have a gander at Scott's board. Man, definitely an incredible snowboarder, dude.
And skateboarder.
Oh yeah, very creative and just one of the best people ever. That's for sure. Well, man, there was a lot of stuff that happened this week in snowboarding, especially as far as videos go. There was, well, at least 6 because I watched these ones. But starting with a video called No Pressure. So now these dudes are, I believe, a Michigan-based crew. But this kid, Derek Lemke, I believe he lived in Tahoe for a little bit, but this back 50, oh my goodness. I wonder how many tries this took him. FT. No, I doubt that. But
So gnarly.
dude, so sick. Anyways, he opens up this video and just puts in some hammers. This was obviously a banger of it. Gap to Creeper in Detroit. So for those that don't know, this is Detroit, Michigan. Oh, pause the video right. Oh, go back like 2 seconds. And then pause it when I tell you to. Right now. Okay. So as you can kind of see, he kind of went up this ridge. Oh, where am I? Right here. This ridge that he goes up. So this is a set of steps. I hit this rail a long time ago, a gap to the rail, not the creeper, to the rail.
Yeah.
And I was all paranoid. I just wanted to get it over with and hit it. And I didn't throw any snow in that spot. And I slid out and I crushed into those steps and it hurt like shit. And I never hit the spot again.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that just a fun little fact.
We gotta go.
But
back.
anyways, that gap to close out was absolutely insane. Or I'm sorry, to Creeper was insane.
Creeper, yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's a big spot for sure. It's no joke. And then his buddy, who ends the video, Brent Bame, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He gaps it to board slide, I believe, which was super sick. But yeah, I mean, that video is good. I've got like notes. I've got notes for all these videos.
Let's hear them.
Well, for this whole video, I wrote down a couple things. I wrote Hammers, Detroit, Hart Plaza, the that Derek Lemke kid did a ton of switch tricks. Oh, also Grace Warner, her part in this was awesome. Another dude, Jack Harris, had some good clips. Brent Bame, like I said, he just had some super unique spots. But overall, just a super good, like, not pro vid with just really good boarding. I highly recommend this one. So yeah,
Check
take a
this
look
out
and
for
enjoy.
sure.
Yeah, it's sick. And by the way, we will have links in the description to all these different vids, so be sure to watch them because they're.
Support them.
I mean, these kids rip for sure.
Yeah, dude, they're getting it in the streets.
Now the next one was a video called Juniper. We didn't have any clips from it, but overall, man, it was just a really fun, just a good video. Just more of like a homey video, smaller spots, but definitely just like more local. And yeah, the kids ripped. Kid Mark Bramwell, I believe is how you pronounce it. I wrote down cool spots and a good border. My criticisms of it were the spots were a little bit small, but the music was good, and it was a fun little vid. Then I watched another video called QUICKSAND. So this video pretty much started. So let's wait on this clip.
Yeah.
I'll describe first. So
Look at that
kid
rail.
named Sam Klein, and some of his other homies, the Carroll brothers, Colton and Connor, were in this. It was a longer video, 23 minutes, but a must watch. I mean, dude, these dudes did some crazy stuff. Sam Klein does some big spots for sure, but he does a backside 270 onto a C kink rail. That was pretty bananas. And he does all kinds of stuff, man. Like, he has a whole video part, and then they do the intro to the video, and then he has the rest of his whole video part, and it's nuts. I wrote
Double
large
part.
spots, back 270 C rail kink, and crazy rails. And then for Connor Carroll, I wrote crazy tricks. I thought I was watching a rail jam the entire part. And then same with Colton Carroll's. He does a 270 into a rail. That was pretty psycho too. And then this kid blew me away. I haven't really heard of this Sam Anderson dude before. And as I was watching it, the first thing I wrote down was just super cool spots. But then his part comes to a close with these clips. So right here, he does this. Absolutely perfect. Like, I don't know how you could do this trick really any better. He comes off dead center, middle of the board.
Ridiculous.
Perfect. Just insane. And then I was like, wow, that clip was nuts. Dude,
I had to see that one again.
yeah. I mean, I believe this clip made Instagram for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of cycled the
Dude,
interwebs.
it looks like he just front boarded like a 2-foot
Oh, I
down
know.
bar.
I mean, he does it. He does it perfect. But so yeah, I'm thinking, okay, that was cool. And then this. What the freaking fudge?
Who is
I mean,
this kid?
Yeah, dude. When I saw this, I was like, excuse me? I mean,
Oh my god.
you can't really. That was about as good as it gets. And through a kink, I mean, when I saw Jed's last year, I was like, that was bananas. But then that one, I mean, dude.
And it and it was a triple kink.
Yeah, technically. But yeah, man. I mean, overall, this video was just, it was insane. The other notes that I have written down was these guys had something to prove. Like, that's what I felt when I was watching it. Like, they were like,
They're hungry
you will respect us.
and thirsty.
I mean, it was pretty incredible. My only critique that I wrote down was the music. I didn't like the music,
Ooh.
but that's subjective and everyone can like it. Again, the link is in the bio. Description, not the bio. The description.
I think music is almost more important than the riding and the snowboarding.
You know what? I think you're pretty much right, because everyone has seen a front board through a kink rail. Very rarely do you see somebody do a cab 270 through a kink rail, pretzel out, which was
Triple
certainly
kink.
memorable and insane. But yeah, it's
yeah.
the songs that people
Yeah.
remember. It's
Or-
the song
and
that
it's what keeps me coming back. Like I'm
Totally.
gonna keep rewatching it.
it's also.
You
I
know?
mean, look, the Bomb Hole does an entire section of the show called "Name That Video Part," and people are able to remember it based solely on the song,
Right.
not solely
Yeah.
on okay, who does this trick and in what part. You know,
right,
it's
right.
all
yeah,
on the
good
song.
point.
So yeah, I mean, song's very important.
Yeah.
But that was really my only criticism of that movie. Overall, it was just a lot of hammer tricks. And if you guys follow any of those dudes on Instagram, you'll I mean, those dudes are all super good snowboarders, so it's not surprising that they put out a hammer video.
And where are they from?
So Sam Klein, who has the intro, I believe is from Wisconsin. The Carroll brothers, I believe. I don't know where they're actually from.
Yeah.
But I know that
Midwest
they live
kids.
in the they live in the Pacific Northwest. I believe they
Oh,
live in
damn. Okay.
near a government camp because they're always riding snowball and stuff like that. I
Mm.
could totally be wrong. And then that Sam Anderson dude at the end, I have no idea, man. But he was impressive.
Yeah,
for
we'll
sure.
be seeing more of him.
The other thing that I really liked about his video part, like I said, watch it for yourselves, but I also liked how his part really like progressed. It went like, whoa, like just, it was awesome. Okay, then we get into a couple of Vans edits, videos. I would call these more edits. They weren't necessarily like videos. They weren't like their full vids. But this first is Ivica Jurgensen. And she was the headliner of this show, Vitamin.
That's a cool spot.
So first of all, this whole week, we'll get to other people in a second, but I was just like so blown away by all the women snowboarding. Like it was just every single video had hammers. Like I said, in that first video we mentioned, Grace Warner had some sick shots.
It's from all
There was a
last
couple
season,
girls
dude. The girls
in that
been
Juniper
getting it.
video that were
lately.
killing it. Couple girl shots in quicksand. It was awesome. But yeah, this whole edit is about Ivica Jurgensen. Yeah, so anyways, the girls just this week slaughtered it. And notes for that video, rad editing. Ivica Jurgensen, just 6 spots, really sick rails that she does, big kinks. Cos Lemons has some clips in it. He just turned pro. That was exciting, actually. Shouts to Cos. He just went pro for Public Snowboards, which is so sick. I mean, that dude's been insane. One of my favorite snowboarders for a minute. Dominic Wagner had some sick clips in there. I wrote down a bunch of different things. She does this pop over into this roof that is just like super dope. Lots of kink rails. Overall, just super rad editing, and I didn't really have too much criticism for it. There was one part where she was like crying, and now there was a bunch of like, it was part of the story, and I tried pausing it in the sections where it like had words and stuff over it, but I was wondering, I was like, oh no, why is she crying? Like I'm sad. But anyways, really awesome video. Definitely check it out. And then carrying on over to the Vans videos, was It's Love. Now, this video was more of like there was a lot of people in it. Danimals, Cole Naven. I mean, I wrote down rad team street edit, and every single person on the Vans team has such insane style. Because they do. I mean, it's Jake Cusick, who again is one of my favorite snowboarders. Parker Zumowski, Cole Naven, Danimals, Jill Perkins has some crazy clips. But nobody blew me away more in this video than Kennedy Deck. So this was like a Kennedy Deck edit. I mean, she just it's insane. Her part was nuts. Cole Naven does some insane clips. This one's Kennedy. And then Cole Naven does a clip right after this. But super cool spots. I mean, I love how these dudes edit. Harry Hagen, Cole Naven, and Tanner Pendleton made it. I mean, they're the Vans guys. And it's just... Vans has been doing a really, really great job the last few years, man. I don't have anything bad to say.
And the music.
Yeah, I mean, the music is sick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, since it's called It's Love, that there's probably like all these songs like love-related songs or something. But just an awesome video. I will say this though about the song. So as my criticisms, I said the music was slow, and all the snowboarding is pretty much in slow motion. But like I said, I think a lot of it was mostly intentional. That was full speed, so look at me, just full of shit. But just overall, super great video. It's like 10 minutes long, just full of tons of bangers. But like I said, every single person on the Vans team is just killing it. So good video. Definitely be sure to watch that one. And then the last one was from Salomon Snowboards. So we all know Salomon. This one was called FOYER. Now, the thing that I liked most about this video, and the reason I paused it on this clip, go ahead and play it. So there's a ton of mixed riding, you know, like that. The Vans edits are like all street snowboarding, and then this video has a combination of like everything. It's 6 street rails, it's dope backcountry jumping, but there was also a lot of people that I'd never heard of, like this dude. This is a dude, Bjorn Sutter. Now,
that shot was...
Yeah, I'm not totally familiar with this dude. I've never actually even heard of him, but after watching this, I was just blown away. Tommy Gesme is in it. Obviously, Tommy, we've all heard of. He's just been killing it on a tear lately. But also, Emma Crosby has a part in this. And again, going back with all the ladies just killing it this week. So really good backcountry. My notes were really good backcountry. Good mix of everything. Emma Crosby, just a full, well-rounded part. She did sick backcountry stuff and street stuff. Tommy Gesme, I just wrote style always. Dude, so sick. And then, yeah, that Bjorn Sutter dude, never really heard of him, and just overall, like, insane. My only criticism was, I mean, it's not really a criticism for most people, maybe some people, but I'm like an all-street video guy. And some of the backcountry stuff in the beginning was a little slow, but, I mean, really good. I mean, if I could do any of the tricks I did in the beginning, I would have been hyped. So,
gotta have the backcountry shots.
Yeah, that was this week in videos. And again, all of those videos will have linked at the bottom of the page in the description. And speaking of at the bottom of the description, you guys like to leave some comments every once in a while. And this one was actually left from episode 6. And I totally spaced last week to do this section. But I wanted to refer to this one up here. So for those that can't read it, it says, guys, I may be all right calling jump tricks, but I'm just learning jibs, so help me out here. And to the layman's, jibs means, jibbing, wall rides, doing rails, basically anything where you're bumping on anything
trash
but
cans.
the snow. Yeah, trash cans. What is the difference?
Public property.
Yep. What is the difference between gapping, transferring, and disastering a feature in jibbing? Could you show examples? So we kind of showed examples in all those different clips that we just showed, but I'll kind of explain it a little bit. So gapping is, let's say there's a kink rail, dun, 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 and you haul ass and you skip the first kink and you gap to the second part, or you gap to another rail. That would be gapping. Transferring would be, a couple weeks ago we showed Forrest Bailey doing a rail that was a drop, but it shifted down. So it went like a rail, a rail, a rail. That would be transferring. He's transferring down to each different side. Transferring between two features. Even though it was one sort of basic rail, he's transferring down from side to side. And then I actually we were snowboarding with Pat Moore, and I asked him, I was like, what would you call disastering? And we don't really use the term disastering so much in snowboarding, but one that we kind of do use is
skate term.
Yeah, but we use like redirecting. So like redirects. A redirect is basically like, you see it all the time, but a dude will do a flat bar where there's a wall, right? And he'll go flat, and then he'll land in the wall and redirect his direction back the other way. So that would be a redirect. Kind of a disaster into the wall, but a redirect. And then another like super common term that you'll hear people talking about are closeouts. And that basically means like if it's a down bar or even a flat bar that has a bar that's angled like this, you go into it, you hit it, that's a closeout, right? That's some of the basic terms.
Nailed it, dude.
I'm sure there's more, and somebody I'm sure will correct us. There's always somebody. I love it. And I love it. Keep correcting us.
Yeah.
The comments are great, and keep them coming because we enjoy it. And hey, if I can learn something. Hey, I even got called out last week. I said that Tommy Gesme didn't really have a pro model, and evidently the Salomon Sleepwalker is Tommy's board. Although, in my defense, it doesn't say it on his board. It's just the Sleepwalker.
Ooh, yeah.
In the description of the board, I went onto Salomon's website, looked, and it says, this is the
research.
board. This is the board that Tommy Gesme rides.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't,
it doesn't
I wouldn't
say
call that a
this
pro
is
model
Tommy's
for
pro
sure.
model. I mean, well, so I don't know. I don't know how it works. I mean, I know that Burton back in the day, Burton had a bunch of different models. I know Ethan Dice had like a pro model. Same with Zach Hale. But they were called like the Disturbance or something else.
Yeah.
And on the sticker on the base, it would say, this is the board that Ethan Dice rides, or this is the board that Zach Hale rides. But they weren't technically pro models, so that they didn't get a royalty check for the board. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's
watch out, kids.
Yeah, I know Burton used to do that sort of stuff, and Salomon I think does it too, because like I said, that board didn't say Tommy Gesme on it. Anyways, neither here nor there, but yeah, hope that answered some of your questions, dude. Who was that from? New Renaissance. So whoever your name is, thank you so much for the question. Keep them coming, man. Anything else, we're happy to address. And this is where I get to say, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, you guys should start following us a little bit more because hopefully in the next few episodes, I'm going to be announcing some stuff that we have coming up, which could get exciting. So, yeah, make sure you follow us at Unstrapped Snow. And we're always trying to put out content, link parts of the show that you may or may not have seen. And we can answer questions through there. And always, hey, make sure you send us videos or whatever you want to see or talk about. And some of those videos that we could really use coming in are sponsor me tapes. I'm getting good at these segues.
You are, dude. Natural.
Anyways, this comes from Dennis Jans. So this is 10 years old, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of watch. And we'll go into more about it in a second. But he's got like a front side underflip, a little drop. Looks like at a resort somewhere. Looks fun. A backyard down bar, 50 back 3. That's cool. Same rail, front 180 on. We got a front board in a park rail, a nose press in that same backyard rail. That does look like a nice backyard down bar. A nose slide pretzel. Backside 180 tail grab over a car that is now driving as he jumped over it. Flat box trick. That was cool. A little Miller flip over a hitching post. Front 5 over a little park jump. Front blunt switch up on a down box. Back one on to a kink or that down bar. That's a better backside 180 on than I see a lot of people do. We got a front flip off a box. So, first of all, none of those tricks were new or hard 10 years ago or any harder. And not only that, but I mean, LNP was doing back one on, back one off. I mean, granted, LNP was a big pro. I'm not comparing this dude to LNP, but I mean, he at least was doing it on handrails. This dude didn't hit a single real rail.
Well, at least they weren't parked though.
I mean, I would consider a backyard park even worse almost than a park.
Yeah.
Because you can ride every single day in your backyard park.
Yeah.
You can't ride every day at the terrain park.
But at least you made it.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that down bar looked really fun.
In a park, yeah.
Overall, I would say it was I got to just be honest. I think he was, I would say it was a 6 out of 10. I think it had a lot of room for improvement, but I don't think it was necessarily the snowboard ability. I think he was a decent snowboarder. I just would have liked to seen some street stuff. I think that he could be sponsored by like a local like clothing brand maybe.
Yeah, man.
Seems about where he's at.
Yeah.
But anyways, one of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about this was because where I found this video was snowboardingforum.com. Now, this is old, but I just wanted to read some of the comments to you guys. And I read some of them to Jim earlier, but they are absolutely brutal. And okay, this is verbatim right from the comments on this dude's post. It has 80 different posts responding to this person. Very first one. You suck, and that video is horrible. Zeeches, butt shots, whack spins, no grab spins, backyard rails that look like shit. Sorry, man. You need to get your game up to even be regional these days.
Dude, kids are harsh out there.
That sounded like an adult. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's from somebody else, but I'm not saying who it's from. I do know this person, though. And some of you may know it. Haha, I wouldn't say you suck, but we've got local kids at WV, I'm not sure which place that, Waterville Valley, I would assume, throwing double quarts in exhibition daily who aren't even sponsored. The game is just on another level these days. Not saying it can't be done, but it's going to take more time than that.
Yeah, front five wasn't.
And then another person goes, and on another note, that music was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, man, harsh.
So one other person said, and this I thought was actually constructive because I think that this is actually, it's not feasible for everybody, but if snowboarding is your passion and it's something that you want to truly take seriously, this is something to take in consideration. So you don't suck, but move to a ski town like Breckenridge, Mammoth, South Lake Tahoe, get a night job washing dishes or delivering pizza, ride every day, work on your style, and good luck. A lot of people don't have the privilege of just being able to go snowboard and not do anything. But a lot of people have to do it. And I'm not sure if you guys have listened to other podcasts and other shows, but on the Bomb Hole, Eddie Wall talks about how he was a janitor working at nights so he could snowboard during the days. I'm sure you guys all know the snowboarder Dylan Thompson, X Games gold, bronze, and silver medalist from Real Street. When I first met him and when he first started out, he was working at Snowboard, cleaning. I believe he was even cooking and doing all kinds of stuff, man. So you got to do what you got to do to make sacrifices if you want to take it seriously. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, you got to be where snowboarding's happening. And right now I would recommend Salt Lake City, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tahoe's good. I mean, really, you can live anywhere. If you put out a hammer clip like Ethan Dice did in that Sponsor Me that we talked about last week.
Yeah, man.
Then you're pretty much golden.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, if you're putting out street shots like that, or if you're putting out dope parts in the Impaler or something like that, you're gonna get seen no matter what. But either way, speaking of sponsors and stuff like that, and speaking of that Derek Lemke dude earlier from the video No Pressure, he rides for Academy, and he's good, man. I hope Academy can take care of him. That's just my opinion. That kid's really good. I hope he's not just getting a snowboard or two a year. Anyways, going into people that are 100% sponsored and very, very pro, about as pro as it gets.
They're very pro.
Literally the most pro you can be as a snowboarder, is this teaser from Danny Davis, Mark McMorris, Mikkel Bang, Nick Russell, Gigi Ruff, all just to name a few. There's others. But this video, Arc. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. It's very highly produced, it looks like, very high quality, insane filming. I think Gabe LaRue had a lot to do with it. Literally the best snowboarders in the world. Well,
And
at least
filmmakers.
doing this stuff. And yeah, some of the best filmmakers. But it's gonna be bananas. Speaking of bananas, that was an all yellow kit. I like
Yeah.
it. Very visible.
Banana kit.
Not what I wear, but I'm down.
You should just rock that one day.
One day, just switch kits. Nobody. Oh, there's an all peach kit. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much to describe about that. It's gonna be insane. Those toots are literally the best. I wonder if they got any park jumps. Doesn't look like it, but
No
all those guys
parks.
can do some insane park jumps.
They're just practicing in the park.
Dudes that could do all-terrain vehicles. So that was mostly it looks to me like a backcountry powder vid.
Yeah.
One dude who did a little bit of both, and I'm just seeing it for the first time, so Jim picks these out, is technical difficulties and this part is Bjorn Leines. Now, the reason we picked this is because, well, I'm sure you guys watched the episode last week, but we did have some technical difficulties with the mics. We got it squared away. We're figured out now. I'm hoping we'll find out after we're done shooting this, but it sounds like it's good to go.
We're sounding good, brother.
But anyways, this is Bjorn Leines from Technical Difficulties. So, god damn, I remember this.
Don't want to fall like that when there's no snow.
A little bit of cartilage.
Can you see bone?
A little bit of, I don't know if that's bone or cartilage. Actually, I don't know if there's much Oh, God. I hate looking at that. Sick one-footed McTwist.
Talk about good music,
dude.
son.
Just think, all he had to do was double dip right there, and he would have been doing double corks.
Damn, Crested
Back
Butte.
5, back 7.
X Games.
Snow Summit. Sick Cap 3.
This beat is so ill.
These guys did everything, man. But I don't think they did as much street rail stuff. At least, I mean, they were doing a lot of street rail stuff, but
Dude, they got hyped on that front one.
dude, street rails were new then.
For sure, man.
It was sick, man. God, look at that mini pipe, so fun. Oh, bring back any resort. Bring back a giant, tall flat rail, please. So sick.
That's crazy how many shots there are. That is too.
That was X Games, right?
Yep.
Was that Crested Butte?
Yeah.
Sick, dude. That was a sick switchback 5.
Mad shots on that.
I
Never realized that.
liked private park jump shoots.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
that
a
was
little
sick.
nollie.
Nollie back one, switch, nose
Super
press.
sick. Big bear in the back.
Oh, he went back and got that trick. Or he did it
Yeah.
twice. Dude, gnarly. Just a straight switchback 3. No, thank you. That was sick. McTwist, laid back 180. Thrashing cars. These guys were making the loot. In the words of Eastone and Grenier, the cheddar biscuits back in the day. That rail looked so fun. I know a tree fell on it and ruined it. It's no longer there. Utah rail.
Who's that?
Borgstead, Alaska, represent. Right? Is he from Alaska?
I'm pretty sure he's Alaskan, dude. Yeah.
Another
Anyways, classic
man.
part right there.
X Games San Francisco, that'd be a trip. Anytime going off those scaffolding jumps would be nuts, but
Lagwagon, that's just old Snowboard music right there.
right? Super sick. I mean, dude, all those throwback videos are always super fun to watch. Kids, get your history lessons on, man. It's very crucial. Such a good video. Technical difficulties, MacDog. What year was that? What's it say here? 1999.
Yep.
Insane. All right, well, technical difficulties. Insane. If you guys didn't, or depending on where you live, I suppose I should say, there's snow everywhere. Most places are opening. Most places are open. This was just a little clip that our homie Tim Humphreys posted. He was just giving us a little update of how much snow there's been in Mammoth. So this clip right here, yeah, I mean, he's writing some pretty gnarly stuff, dude. It's still bare and open, but there's definitely some snow. But yeah, Tim Humphreys, GoPro
dude.
King.
Gotta go down to Mammoth.
I know, dude. I do not have an Icon Pass though.
Ooh.
So maybe we can get the hook on some tickets.
Yeah. I hit him up.
I might be able to find a guy. But yeah, so just a little update on Mammoth. It's close to us. I'm not sure if it's close to you guys, wherever you're watching. Wherever you're located at, I hope you guys are getting a lot of snow or soon to be getting snow or at least blowing snow so you can do some jibbing, some park riding, some something. And with that, we head to the end of the show where we like to play a bail clip. Now, I chose this one because it's a little tease to everything we talked about earlier in the show. So this comes from the video Vitamin, and we're only going to play it once, and that is so that you guys go and watch the whole video because it's awesome. But with that, let's let it play out, and then I'll say goodbye. God, this is brutal. Oh my God. And there's the tear I was talking about.
God, that's why she's crying?
Yeah. Anyways, and here's the scribble. But look, anyways, with that being said, guys, what an episode it's been. I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. Again, every single time you click on views and you watch and you comment and you do everything, it means the world to us. We're just trying to make this show better and better. Your input helps with that immensely. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you think I suck at, if you think I'm not drinking enough, if you think I've drank too much, whatever the case may be. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Episode 8, it's been a blast. Jim,
All right.
my buddy,
We did
good
it,
seeing you. And until next week, guys, I hope you get some snowboarding in, and I hope we do too. Adios and peace.
We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.